Hello, this is B.A. Bellichick. I want to take this opportunity to share some information. I spent a significant amount of time this past week learning as much as I could learn, more than I could ever imagine, to tell you the truth, about the finger-pointing allegations of just keeping the seat warm in New England. I want to squelch the rumors that we are a one-and-done franchise. I'm trying to be as helpful as I can here and show you what I've learned. Having managed teams for 20 years in the fantasy football leagues, played for several years, growing up in a football family, being around this game my entire life, it's clear that I don't know very much about this area. Over the last few days, I've learned a lot more than I ever knew, like exponentially more. Having managed teams, I feel like this is important because there have been questions raised, and I believe now 100% that I personally, and we as an organization, have absolutely followed every rule to the letter. Now it's a feeling on behalf of everyone in this organization, everyone that is involved, that we need to say something. I've talked to and gathered a lot of information from members of our staff. I've talked to other people familiar with the subject in other organizations. We performed an internal study of the process. I think there's certainty, other things that I can do, maybe other research that can be done. I'd say at this time, I definitely have enough information to share it with you. And so based on the events of today, I feel now is the time to do it rather than wait. Though I know this is kind of an impromptu thing, but that's just the way it worked out. Football is very easy to identify. The focus of our pregame preparation is based on feel. We simulated game day situations in terms of preparation. I would say that our preparation process is what we do. It's whatever we have here. It's what we have there. When the football goes out on the field in the game conditions, whatever these conditions are, whether it's hot and humid, cold and damp, cold and dry, whatever it is, that's where we play. We live for the moment. Clearly, all football seasons are different. In a similar preparation, but each season has its own unique characteristics because it's not a man-made piece of equipment. And each of us has its own unique characteristics. Whatever you do with that season, if you do the same with another one, it might be close, but there's a variance between each individual season. Seasons do not get measured during one game. We have no way of knowing until we went through the exercise that this was really taking place. So we went through the season, put our players at it, put them at whatever they put them at. That's where they put them. And at that point, from there on, until the end of the season, we have no knowledge of what is going to occur. And honestly, it's never been a concern. Again, anyone who has seen us play before knows that we make it harder, not easier for the other team's season. And our players train in conditions that a lot of people would recommend that we not drive in. That's what they do. They're a physically and mentally tough team that works hard, that trains hard, that prepares hard, and have met every challenge that I put in front of them. And I know that because I work with them every day. This team wants to be the best team in the XFF. The best team, not just during the regular season, but in the postseason. We have a lot of work to do to get there. And that's what this team is going to be. And I know that because I've been with these players every day, and I'm proud of them. So I just want to share with you over the past season, I'm embarrassed to talk about how it's come out. Just to put it into relative to the other important challenges in front of us. I'm not a scientist. I'm just telling you what I know. I'm not going to say I'm Albert Einstein of the football world, but we feel like we follow the rules of the game to the letter in our preparations and our procedures in the way we handle ourselves through every game we play and as it relates to the matters. We try to do everything right. We try to err on the side of caution. It's been that way now for many years. Anything that's close, we stay as far away from the line as we can. And in this case, I could say that we are as far as I know in everything I can do. We did everything as right as we could do this season. And we welcome the league's investigation into this matter. I think there are a number of things that need to be looked at a number of levels, but that's not for this conversation. I'm sure it will be taken up at another point in time, and this is the end of the subject for me for a long time. We have a huge game and a huge challenge ahead of us in this football team, and that's where the focus is going to go, as it always does. We're going to Miami, 11-3. They're the team that we want to be. They're where we want to be, and we're going to be there. I spent more than enough time on this, and I'm happy to share this information with you to try to tell you some of the things that I've learned over the last couple of days, which I have learned way more than I've ever thought I would learn. The process, the whole thing, it's much more complex. There are a lot of variables. It sounds simple, and I'm not trying to say that we are trying to land a guy on the moon, but there's a lot of things here that are a little hard to get a handle of. And there was a variance of so many of these things. But we don't give up, and we're going to continue to fight. So to answer your question, is B.A. Bellichick's New England Patriots one and done? Just keeping the seat warm? No. We're here to stay. Good luck to all in XFF. Thank you for an excellent season. We'll talk to you soon.